Tuesday, fresh out the shower, just got a good shave in, manscaped, gave myself a nice little taper as you see. Yes, I cut my own hair because I'm not paying anybody to ever do anything that I can do myself. But preparing for your work week is extremely important. And I'm going to continue to advocate for this. And one of the things that I love doing, not only looking like a decent human being, but making sure these things right here are as clean as possible. Got both of them washed, detailed, all of that good stuff, man. Even the inside of the car is clean, as you see. Smelling good, too. But guys, the reason why I'm saying this is because you got to make sure that you put yourself at the highest vibration level ever. Okay, when you look good, you feel good. It's not just the physical appearance, but it's also the environment that you surround yourself in. All right, if you have the opportunity to make sure that the car that you're driving to, make your errands or run your errands and picking your kids up from school, doing those things, why not take the time to make sure that your whip is clean? These cars are expensive to obtain, right? So another important thing is to make sure that you maintain it. When the weather is nice, every single week, I make sure these things are clean. So whenever I leave the house, I'm in a good mood. Pay attention. Tuesday content is starting right now. Good day, good people. It's AT Malone, the first of my name because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. Now, this is Preparation Tuesday, man. And as you've seen in the first part of this video, I got the cars clean because I firmly believe in not only do you have to take care of yourself, but the freaking car that you drive, man. Who wants to ride all week in a dirty ass car? Okay, people see that. And I'm a look good, feel good type of guy. And if I'm going to groom myself, I'm going to manscape, I'm going to shave, I'm going to cut my hair, I'm going to do all of these things. Listen, I got to ride clean as well, all right? I did not buy these luxury cars not to take care of them and not to make sure that I clean them on a weekly basis, okay? I don't know about you, but dirt and things that are not in order, it gives me anxiety, man. I need to have everything in place. It's like 5S. Anybody that's in business, y'all understand what 5S is. Everything has a specific place for it to go. So that's how my environment is. That's how I maintain my house, man. And you got to make sure that you clean before your week starts. You don't want to be chasing your tail all week doing laundry, cleaning the ring around your bathtub, and making sure you vacuum your room. I mean, they got robot vacuums now. Shoot, I'm using it right now. Shout out to my lady. She got it to me for Christmas. Man, my girlfriend is awesome, man. Best girlfriend ever. I think she's trying to get a ring on the low, but we gonna see about it, all right? But guys, just make sure that you are preparing for your week. You don't want to be chasing your tail, man. You don't want to be playing catch up. You want to be dialed in, focused, and looking at what opportunities that the new week has to offer you. But that's my dialogue. We gonna get to Tuesday content, and you already know we are reading chapter 5 of the Richest Man in Babylon. This is part 2. So last week we talked about Calabab. Calabab is this entrepreneurial guy, and him and the whole caravan of people are parked out front of the gates of Babylon, and he's telling a story about Arkad's son, Nomasur. And Nomasur is at the point to where he's telling his friends and family the lessons he learned while going out in the world to prove to his father that he is worthy of inheriting the estate. He hits rock bottom, and he started studying the 5 laws of gold, which was on the clay tablets that his father gave him. So we're going to go through the 5 laws right now, and we're going to bounce back and forth on the examples that Nomasur stated within that conversation. So the first one is gold cometh gladly in increasing quantity to any man who will put by not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his future. So what he did was he saved a copper from his first earning as a slave manager until he had a piece of silver. All right. 2, gold laboreth diligently and for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment multiplying even as the flock of the field. All right, so his employer noticed that he was thrifty and he asked him why. Well, Nomasur tells him that he's trying to earn back the gold that his father Arkad gave him that he eventually lost. So his manager realizes that he has a reserve. So Nomasur hasn't been spending any money. He's just been stacking it up, putting it to the side. So he offers Nomasur to give him a lesson of handling gold, and he also gives him an investment opportunity. Now, I cannot stress enough about making sure that you have a reserve, meaning a rainy day fund. And also, right now, everything's on sale, man. Cryptocurrency's on sale, all kind of stocks, ETFs. I said that last week. We need to make sure that we keep some money to the side in the event that, there's a dip in the economy. Everybody's selling everything out of panic, and we can just go in and buy everything on the low. It gives you so many more opportunities that the common person isn't not even thinking about. Right now, you think these rich, wealthy people are worried about the market? No, they too busy buying in. All right. So 3, gold clingeth to the protection of the cautious owner who invested under the advice of wise men. Okay. So this investment opportunity his manager offered him was the opportunity to send a caravan to mine copper and tin to build the gates of the city of Nineveh. Now, that's the city that he is currently in, all right? Well, his manager actually crowdfunded this whole situation, this whole investment opportunity. And since he saw something in Nomasur, he gave him that opportunity. And that is an amazing thing, because I believe that if you put yourself in the right rooms, these type of opportunities will present themselves to you. And the smart thing that Nomasur did was he actually did it, and it ended up being a success. They were able to build these gates for the king, and they made a significant profit off of it. By him doing this, he got accepted as a member in the investment group. All right. So 4, gold slippeth away from the man who invested in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar or which are not approved by those skilled in its keep. So by Nomasur joining this group, he learned how to properly invest his money, and as a result, his treasure increased. Why? Because anytime this investment group got together and they discussed other business opportunities that they could use, their money to invest in, they would say yay or nay, or this is a good investment, this is a bad investment. This is why I love going to the cigar lounge, guys, because there's all types of people in different industries. I got a real estate dude, I got a stockbroker guy, I got a guy that is the top Jaguar seller in the US. So I can sit here and have conversations with these guys, and they can give me the information that I need to save, invest, or look at getting a deal on a vehicle. I got all of that information under one roof. It's very, very important that you guys get out there and you network. All right. So the 5th one, which is very self-explanatory, which is gold flees the man who would force it to impossible earning, or who followeth the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers, or who trusted to his own inexperience and romantic desires in investment. Meaning, get rich quick schemes, multi-level marketing, anything that somebody is trying to sell you that you're going to get a turnaround overnight is probably a very, very bad investment, guys. Do not get tricked like Nomasur did whenever he invested that money in that horse race, and come to find out these guys were finessers and they rigged the horse race and took the majority of his gold. You cannot do that, man. There's too much information out there that can give you the steps on how to properly invest, or surround yourself with people who actually have a proven track record of making good investments. All right. So after Nomasur explains his experiences using the 5 laws of gold, Nomasur had his slave bring a bag of gold to his father Arcad. Okay, it's the same amount that Arcad gave him, but he also brought 2 more bags of gold using the lessons that he learned with the clay tablet. So he gave him back the gold and showing like, hey dad, this is the gold that I lost that you gave me. Here it is. And using these clay tablets with the 5 laws of gold, this is what I ended up being able to earn on top of that, right? So he's like, Dad, I think I have proven myself worthy of being able to inherit your estate. And Arcad also agreed with him, and he told him, I'm fortunate that I have you as a son that I can entrust with my wealth. All right. So then the listeners of Calabab asked him, what did this tale actually mean? And Calabab tells them that that's how he ended up getting rich, by using the 5 laws of gold. And he suggested to the listeners that they remember the story of Nomasur before they entered Babylon. And if they use these laws, they could share in the treasure that Babylon has to offer. And that was the end of the chapter, man. It was very, very good. I'm enjoying this book again. I'm learning so much from reading this a second time. So many things that now I can relate to, almost being 40 years old, because I read this book like 2 years ago. And I don't think I was at the maturity level to really take in all of the information. But now that I am honestly saying that I am in my peak mentally, physically, emotionally, it resonates with me completely different now. I'm mature and wise enough to understand, and I can relate to a lot of this because I've had a lot of pitfalls in my life. I'm talking about I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars making the wrong decision. I have thrown money away unnecessarily because of immaturity, trying to get rich quick, not being focused on my future. But there is always an opportunity for you to change that around, but it has to be the change that you want to create within yourself, all right? Do not think that just because you hit rock bottom, you cannot dig yourself out of the hole that you put yourself in. Because we all have. We all love the rags to riches success stories. Why? Because we all have failed plenty times. Nobody's perfect. But the cool thing about life is you don't have to stay a failure. You can always start from the bottom and work your way up. You can get knocked back down and continue to work your way up. So you just don't lose sight of the ultimate goal, which is being successful. All right. That is my Tuesday content. I still got to get dinner ready for me and my son. We got to hit the gym as soon as I pick him up. So make sure that you're preparing, man, because that's what I'm doing. When I go into my work week tomorrow, I am firing on all cylinders. And also, make sure y'all check out Wednesday Morning Thoughts, because I am going to get that off and it's going to be a doozy. All right. I'll catch y'all next time. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.